Put your money where your mouth is to supersize or save your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with the idiom, put your money where your mouth is. This is a relatively new idiom from the 1930s. It's only been around, and people have been challenging one another to put up or shut up. Make sure that you're willing to do or invest in an idea that you're talking about or believing in. If you believe in it enough, if you think that you can do it, if you're talking about saying you can do something, you need to be willing to put forth the effort, the investment, the money to prove that you can do it, right? It's basically, put up or show up. Do what you say you're going to do. Put your own money into it before you expect other people to put their money or resources into it. But prove that you've got some skin in the game. How do you do this? Why is this important now? Why is this important now? Because we're in massive times of upheaval and unrest. People are looking for leadership and direction, and you as a business owner are expected and really responsible for the people that you've been serving, the people that you've been in partnership with, your employees, the people that you work with. You're responsible for them. As a business owner, you've stepped up and said, I will be responsible for these people. Well, now how do you do this? I can think of at least 5 ways that we can use this idiom right now in whatever situation your business is in. Whether you're struggling right now, your business is shut down and you're worried about your future, whether you're somewhere in between and you're doing partial service to people, pickup and delivery, or you're open and you're super busy and not sure exactly what to do to keep up with the demands and the changes because of the increased demand for your business. Whatever your situation, this idiom can and does apply in at least 5 ways. I'm sure I could think of more, but just 5 off the top of my head. Number 1, are you investing in yourself? Are you investing in and putting, it doesn't have to be your money, but are you putting your energy and your attention and your time into your business? Whether your business is open or not, you can still be investing your time and energy and research and attention on building that business, setting it up, preparing for when you do open the doors again, when you do move forward. What are you going to have to do? What are you going to have to change? There's all kinds of questions that need to be answered no matter what your situation is. Number 2, and with respect to that, time has always been our biggest excuse. It's always been my biggest excuse why I couldn't do a thing or why I couldn't participate in something. And this is a time in our history, an unprecedented time in our history, where time isn't necessarily the excuse that we have for not doing something. One thing that the COVID virus has shown all of us is we have the ability to shift and change our priorities on a dime whenever we need to, right? That means we can change our priorities whenever we want to or decide to and choose to. So this is one of the gifts in the COVID, in this whole coronavirus, has been our ability to understand that we can change our priorities and shift our priorities when need be, whenever we have to. I found that out in my life in the past when I've had health challenges. When your health goes, just like COVID, when our health goes on a world basis, everybody dead stops and has to reevaluate and check our priorities. So that's the first way. Are you investing in yourself? Number 2, I have a question. Did you start your business and did you have all the resources you would need to create the business that you want? Did you have all those resources together before you started? I know I sure didn't. The businesses that I've started, if it was up to me having all the resources that I would have wanted to grow the business I wanted to grow, I never would have started because I didn't have those resources. But I did get resourceful. Everybody that's ever started a business or run a business or is running a business knows how to be resourceful and get resourceful. It's not about having all the money you want up front. It's about getting resourceful, gathering the resources. And it's not just money. Again, it's people, it's skills and abilities, it's money, it's investment, it's education, it's tools, it's raw materials, it's all kinds of resources. It's about getting resourceful and bringing all of those resources together to create what it is that you want. This time is no different. If we don't have the money to do something that we want to do, we have to get resourceful. We have to figure out and be in solving mode, focusing on the solutions, not on the problem, in order to create what it is that we want and move forward. Number 3, I personally have an attitude of continuous improvement, and I encourage everybody to, but we need to have that with our organization as well as with ourselves. And a lot of businesses are realizing and finding the gaps in their business model, the gaps in their systems and procedures and processes. I mean, just look at the grocery store and the supply chains of many industries right now, and we're seeing where the gaps are in transportation and delivery and packaging all along the way. Now, we need to be filling those gaps, right? If we're not filling those gaps, if we didn't have a contingency plan before this happened, and mine is, if you didn't have an online presence before this happened, why are you not creating that online presence now, right now, immediately? So we have to be looking for ways to continually improve, to continue to make progress toward our vision and goal, no matter what's going on in our environment. And COVID has been a huge reminder of that. Number 4, this expression, put your money where your mouth is, reminds me to, as a leader and as a mom and as a parent and a grandma, to do what I say I'm going to do, to be a role model, to realize that as business owners, we are automatically role models and people look to us for solutions. Now, do what I say versus do what I do are two very different things, right? And if we just tell people to do things and then we don't do them ourselves, that's never going to happen. Have you ever, I've been guilty of this, told my kids to not fight, and then, an hour later getting a disagreement with my ex-husband. It doesn't work, right? The kids see us arguing or disagreeing, and so that tells them it's okay for them to disagree and argue and fight, no matter what I say to them, that they shouldn't fight and they should treat one another well. It doesn't matter, because I'm showing them by example something different. And when there's a difference in what people are seeing and what they're hearing, they go with what they're actually seeing, what you're actually doing. So keep that in mind as well. And finally, we have to remember that if we don't believe in ourselves, putting our money where our mouth is a lot about our conviction and our confidence and our belief in what we're doing. If we don't believe in our company enough to make the changes, make the adjustments, continue through this challenge, why should anybody else believe in it? Why should anybody else invest in our company, our business, us, if we don't believe in it ourselves? So those are the things that came to mind for me with put your money where your mouth is. Are you investing in yourself? There's always been time as our excuse. We don't need to. Are you getting resourceful? Are you continuously improving and helping other people to do that as well in your organization or who have been connected to your organization? Are you just communicating with your customers, whether you're seeing them or not, and letting them know, hey, I know this is a difficult time. We'll be back. Is there anything we can do for you now? Is there anything we can help you with now? That in and of itself is enough to get people to remember you and come back when this is changed and you're opened up again. Do you do what you say you're going to do? Are you being a role model? And are you proving through your deeds that you're willing to go after your dreams, go after your vision, to create the business that you want to create? That's it. Have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how can you use it, or how might you use it in your life and your business right now? If there's an idiom you want to know about, ask in the comments below. If you need help with anything, ask in the comments below. Use me as a resource. Be resourceful. Have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.